Hey everyone, so I'm still applying for jobs at Teleperformance, and I've asked them to look into my scores to see what the problem is, because I mean, I don't know, I'm not naturally good at math. I work at it, and I passed maths in high school. I did accounting at university, so I don't understand why I'm not passing the tests. And also, they said I failed fluency. So I'm a reader at my church. I read the scriptures. I used to read almost every month. They have me doing something different now. But I guess I just don't understand how I can fail a test like that. Because basically what the tests do is they have a line that comes up on the screen and you have to read it back. So I don't see how I can fail that. I got an A for my English in high school. I use English all the time in my daily life, and it's my first language. Then they have a section where somebody reads something or says something, the computer, and you have to repeat it back. I can do that perfectly fine. Then they have a section to gauge your personality. Now, I'm the type of person who, it's things like, do you wear bright clothes? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I mean, is there a right or wrong answer? And generally, I like to work on one thing at a time. So I don't see how I could fail that. Then they have a section where you have to complete 19 maths questions in 10 minutes. Like I said, I'm not a math sleuth. I'm not like somebody that got an A for math. But I think I have a basic understanding of maths. And if I could work there for almost a decade and help customers to understand the policies, how to delay their payments, deal with pay in full, put together best practices for the team, have others shadow me, explain policies, explain return policies, be able to deal with appeasements, be able to deal with sales, with Black Friday, with big events for the sporting industry. I still don't understand how I can fail that section. So, and then I mean, like some of the things, like they'll have two diagrams and then they'll ask you, there'll be a description and they'll ask you to choose, where is this one? How do you fit this in where a car's going to park? I mean, really and truly, and you know, some of those things, there's little symbols, like if you remove the phone from the shopping cart and you add a bag to the shopping cart, how many of the items are going to be cash on payment at the checkout? And they expect you to complete all of that within that 10 minutes. Or they'll have things like, in what order would this occur? And they'll put like furniture, trees, shoes, or furniture, trees, seeds, planting, and then you have to rank it. Or they'll have things like, which is similar to this word pair? Paper, ink, building, books. And sometimes it's not what we think it is. It's like, oh, these are all action things, and that one thing is not an action thing. So, I mean, it's like a totally different way of thinking. When you go there, when you're on the floor and you're working on the phones or you're working with the emails, do you really think they're going to ask you to understand those kinds of things? So, anyway, it's just, to me, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't know if it's something that's coming from France. The accents all sound American to me. And really and truly, please comment on my post and tell me, do you think there's a problem with my fluency? Do you think there's a problem with the way I speak? Do you think that I don't understand mathematics? Do you think that I wouldn't be able to perform a job as an executive assistant, an admin assistant, in reception, even up to HR director? Do you think I wouldn't be able to perform those jobs with my education, with my skills, with my credentials, And having worked in Zimbabwe, in Johannesburg, in America on a camp, and in the banks here in Toronto, and now at Teleperformance, do you really and honestly believe I would not be able to hold a job? I would not be able to comprehend. I'm not capable of making my own appointments to go to the doctor. Do you think that I would commit suicide because I lost my job? I mean, to me, it's like the society is screwed up, and it's becoming more screwed up. I really and truly hope that I'm able to get another job soon, because I am tired of going back into minimum wage, not being able to make ends meet, not being able to afford to feed, clothe, and house myself. And, people comment on my Facebook page, oh, rules are rules. If you don't follow the rules, go back to Zimbabwe. You know what? Those are your rules. They're rules that work for you. They're not rules that work for the majority of the people, and people like me who migrated and came to this country on the strength of our education and skills. So those rules need to be changed, that you're saying rules are rules. They don't work for me. And I am entitled to a good paid job. And yes, I am saying that. When I worked at TD, Teresa Bowman told me, oh, you have an attitude of entitlement. I was shocked. And my other manager, Jean de Gagne, he told me the same thing. He's like, we just gave you an increase. I said to him, you know what? 30,000 a year is not enough to do anything. It's not enough to buy a home. It's not enough to travel. It's not enough to pay for my professional dues. So he said, okay, we'll pay for your professional dues then. I said to him, it's still not enough. I've got a mother coming. I just bought a place on a very high-end ratio mortgage. It's not enough. I also have to take care of my mom. So we couldn't come to terms. We couldn't agree on things. And then when they put me in a position where I didn't have a choice, they were telling me to accept a position at a next level down. So my pay grade wouldn't be increasing for the next at least 2 to 3 years. And now you look at what executive assistants are earning at TD. They're earning over 70,000. So how come somebody like me, who had to educate myself, who had to put myself through Rotman, who had to put myself through Regis College, how come I can't get a job in those types of positions? I know how. You can ask any of the people that I've supported. I know how to do their expenses. I know how to use Concur. They should get all those analysts from Credit Suisse that I supported and ask them, did Belinda Fernandez know how to do your expenses and reconcile your visas and book your travel and arrange your meetings and your events? They should ask them. And they should go back and ask Jean de Gagne and Teresa Bowman and Heather Edwards and Evan Mammis and all these people. Did she or did she not do a good job for you? Because I don't understand, after performing well, why I cannot get a job. And then they want to talk about, oh, this is low-hanging fruit. No, it isn't. What is low-hanging fruit to you is extremely difficult to somebody else. You guys should all go and do those frontline jobs and see if you can do them. I can guarantee you not one of you will be able to do them. You talk about low-hanging fruit because you don't have to do the jobs we do. And then you want to take people and put them into jobs that you know they're going to fail in and say, oh no, it's a stretch assignment. No, it isn't. Many of us know our strengths and weaknesses. And we are aware of our emotions and who we are and what we bring to the table. But you grew up here in Canada and you think that you're better than us. Teresa used to tell me, she used to say, you think you're better than other people. And even HR, Yvonne Dimitrov. I said, no, I don't. You people think you're better than others because you grew up in white Canada with white privilege. I didn't. And I didn't want to leave Zimbabwe, but I didn't have a choice. I told my mother, I said to her, I want to come home. And she said, oh no, we don't know what's going to happen here. You better stay there. It's like there's no jobs. You better try to go to Canada or go to Australia. And that's how I came here. And I tried to talk to those people at the British immigration. They wouldn't even arrange a meeting with me. I had a job. I was working at Bovis in construction. And they wouldn't even have a meeting with me. So I didn't come here as a refugee. I didn't sponge off the system. I came here as a skilled worker, based on my qualifications and having money to invest in the country. And I don't understand how come Teleperformance is saying I'm not passing any of their tests, especially when it comes to fluency. I don't understand. Because to me, my English is perfectly fine. My accent is perfectly fine. And I went to Wits. Wits is one of the leading universities in the world. Is one of the top universities in the world. People pursue Wits. All these places, Carter Center and all of them, they are begging for Wits to take their money to invest in the students. And yet they won't even give Wits even 60,000 a year for them to help me to have some income. I mean, it's ridiculous. And BlackRock went there to present to Cyril Ramaphosa. It's good. Because Senator Kennedy was saying they were the ones who started all those fires and things in California. And he was saying they're corrupt. So if they are, and if they're trying to blindside Cyril Ramaphosa, they got another thing coming, because it's never going to work. It's never going to work. And as for those women that commented on my page, go back to Zimbabwe, I would love to go. I would love to go. And when my mother came here, she found out the hard way how hard it is. She didn't want to leave Zimbabwe, but she couldn't stay there. And then family was saying, you guys have to take her. She can't stay here with us. So that's why I brought her. I told her, I said, they don't want you to stay there with them. And what are you going to do? Unless you can go out and get a job and work, you can't just stay with them. It's better if you come here to me. That's how she came. And here I am sitting at home. I can't even get a job. Even every time you talk to the social workers, you have to have a mental health check. Are you depressed? No. Are you thinking of committing suicide? No. Do you have support in place? Yes. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. That's why I put out that GoFundMe link. And you know what? If BlackRock and all these companies are setting up in Zimbabwe, I want to go. I want to go. I have been trying to get support for my John Maxwell speaking. I've been sending out proposals. I've been doing everything I can. And over 2 years, nothing for someone of my caliber. They must go and ask Teresa and John what they said to me and what I said to them. And then they got offended. He told me, take it back. I said, okay, fine, I'll take it back, but it's not going to change anything. I did a lot for you. I organized a party when you adopted your daughter from China. I did a lot to bring your team together. Not one of them has been able to get me into an executive assistant job. Oh, she's too close to them. No, I'm not. When I worked at BMO, I didn't even see Jason. I went onto the trading floor to see him, but he wasn't there. He wasn't there. That place is like a fishbowl where he works. It's like all glass doors and all the traders sit inside there. I go onto the trading floors. I went onto the trading floor at TD also. I go and I introduce myself and I talk to them. I'm sick and tired of sitting at home and using food banks and not getting any jobs. I apply for 20 to 30 jobs a day. Not one job. Why don't people donate? Donate, help me to raise that 40,000. Then I can pay off my debts, especially that easy financial loan. And then I can go. I won't be alone in Zimbabwe. I won't. I got lots of friends wherever I go. Don't want me in this country. It suits me perfectly fine. Don't tell me I have an attitude of entitlement. It's you guys. I didn't go and colonize anybody's land. I didn't go and walk into people's homes and say, this is mine, now go. This is not your land anymore because your ancestors colonized this land, so now it's mine, so go. They did that same thing to us in Goa. We had properties in Goa. They came in and they just took them. They said, you people are not living here anymore, so this is ours, now go. And then people want to tell me I have an attitude of entitlement. Oh, no, I don't. It's ridiculous. It's discrimination. What is the point of me sitting here at home and not earning anything? And then they want to take me and put me in Sunnybrook, a competent, educated woman who knows what she's doing? Oh, no. There's a big problem in this country. A big, big problem. And I'm glad that Teleperformance has unions joining. I'm glad because the workers' rights get trodden all over. Your human rights mean nothing here. I nearly died. Getting stage 2 hypertension. And you mean to tell me that it's going to cause undue hardship to fix my login ID and to give me one extra break if I need it and pay for it when I'm one of your top workers? No, it isn't. It's ridiculous. I want people to comment. Do you think there's a problem with how I talk, with my fluency? Do you think I bought my education from Wits and Rotman and Regis College? Even Regis College, when I wanted to study further, Scott Lewis said no, because you're not working in pastoral ministry. What about all that work I did in the library? What about all the work I did when I was studying, organizing retreats, helping Maureen MacDonald and all of these people? How come that doesn't count towards me studying further and getting whatever pedagogy degrees I need so I can teach theology? How come I can't get a job in the church? Every time I put my name forward, they're like, oh, we're trying. They never give me any financial help. Nothing. Even when I'm on the point of destitution. I mean, it's ridiculous. Even Bono. Oh, I love Belinda. Yeah, sure you do. You don't care if I'm feeding myself, if I'm housed, if I'm clothed, if I've got a job. You don't care about that, Bono, but you're telling everyone you love me. Just like all those executives at TD and everywhere else I worked. I want a job. I want a good paid job, and I want to come up in life. I'm tired of this.